All right, welcome to the deep dive. So today we're diving into, well, boosting reading comprehension. We've got all these notes here, right? We're going to squeeze out all the good stuff, the tips, those aha moments for you.
Okay.
And our source,
Yeah.
the Teacher Prep Guide,
All right.
teacherpreps.com, actually. Get ready, though. This stuff is gold. Whether you're a teacher or just somebody who wants to, level up their own reading game.
It's interesting. This guide really stresses active listening. Almost like they consider it the secret sauce to better reading comprehension.
Yeah, that's in my notes, too.
Yeah.
All those strategies,
Yeah.
like, jotting down notes or summarizing what you've heard. It's like the more you're actively engaged, the better it sticks.
Exactly. It's not passive.
Right.
Active listening, it's like a mental workout. You're grappling with the information. And get this, those mental muscles you're building, they're the same ones you use for reading comprehension.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned like a surprising fact about how our brains actually handle spoken versus written information.
Well, research shows they process it differently, right? When we listen, we have to grasp it in real time.
Yeah.
But with reading, we can pause, reread, and take our time.
Yeah.
So active listening kind of helps bridge that gap.
Okay.
It forces us to be present, focused on the spoken word, just like when you're reading.
It's like active listening is like a warm-up almost
Yeah,
for that reading comprehension marathon.
exactly.
Okay, so let's talk questioning strategies.
Okay.
My notes say that asking different types of questions, literal versus inferential, can unlock a deeper understanding. What's the difference?
Well, asking the right questions is key.
Yep.
Literal questions, check basic understanding,
Oh,
and,
right.
Making sure everyone's on the same page.
Gotcha.
But to push learners beyond just spitting back facts,
Yeah.
you need inferential questions, the ones that make you dig deeper, make connections.
Draw conclusions based on the hints,
Yeah.
those clues.
Give me an example. I'm all about those real-world applications.
Okay, so imagine a story, right, where a character is constantly fidgeting and biting their nails.
Okay, yeah,
A literal question might be, what's the character doing?
right.
But an inferential question digs deeper. Like, how might they be feeling?
Oh, I see.
One's observation,
Yeah.
the other makes you analyze.
Okay. I'm seeing the light here.
Good.
All right, read alouds. I'm excited about this one.
Okay.
My notes paint a picture of like this lively read aloud session where vocab and comprehension questions are tackled before even diving into the text.
Yeah.
Why is that so important?
That pre-discussion sets the stage. Instead of throwing students into the deep end, right, you're giving them the tools, context.
Okay.
Imagine handing them a mental life preserver before they jump in.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
Makes me think about those read alouds. Those moments that really captivated me.
Was it just the story? Or was it the way it was presented? Those discussions. Sometimes, those really bring the words to life.
They do, yeah.
Speaking of lively discussions, collaborative learning.
All right.
My notes mention think, pair, share, and literature circles.
Those great.
Both fantastic ways to get those students talking, thinking together.
Absolutely. Collaborative learning, it can be a game changer. So think, pair, share. Students reflect individually.
Okay.
Then they have that focused discussion
Okay.
with a partner.
Yeah.
And then finally, they share their insights with everyone.
Oh, wow.
Triple whammy.
Okay. And literature circles.
Yeah.
I love that each group gets to really dive into a book they've chosen.
Yeah.
They own those discussions.
Absolutely. And with rotating roles.
Right.
Everyone gets a chance to shine.
Yeah.
One day, they're the summarizer.
Yeah.
Next day, vocab whiz. Another day, making connections.
Keeps it fresh.
Yeah.
Everyone's voice is heard. Did you know that research shows collaborative learning can significantly boost how much we remember?
That's fascinating.
Some studies show, like students who learn together can recall up to 70% more information than those who learn alone.
Wow.
It's like, it proves learning is social,
It is.
We thrive when we bounce ideas off each other. All right, next up, building background knowledge.
Okay.
Tapping into what learners already know.
Yeah.
It's like laying a foundation
It is,
for
yeah.
new information.
Our brains are constantly making those connections.
Yeah.
When we link new info to something, we get,
Right.
it's like that puzzle piece clicking into place.
I love that.
Yeah.
The guide mentions KWL charts and anticipation guides
Yes.
as practical ways to do this before even starting a new book.
They're great. KWL, what you know.
Yes.
what you want to know, what you learned.
Classic.
Yeah. And anticipation guides, they spark curiosity.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Get those prediction wheels turning.
Before even opening the book,
Mm.
encourage active thinking.
I like it.
Yeah.
But connecting to what we already know, it's not just about charts and guides, right?
Right.
What are your go-to methods for linking learning to real-world experiences?
Oh, that's a good question.
Or even like current events. You know, the more relatable something is, the more likely it'll stick.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get a little deep here. Metacognition.
Okay.
The guide describes it as like being aware of your own thought process.
Deep stuff. Deep stuff.
But it's like having a backstage pass to your brain. It's that aha moment, you know, when you realize you're not getting something.
Yeah, yeah.
Or when a strategy's working well for you.
Okay.
And teaching learners to self-monitor through things like, you know, self-questioning, summarizing.
Right, right.
It can be empowering.
It's like giving them the keys
Yeah.
to their own learning.
Exactly. When learners have those tools,
Yeah.
they're not just along for the ride. They're navigating, making adjustments.
Taking control.
Exactly. I remember this one time I was battling this dense text,
Oh, yeah.
like a brick wall. But then I started asking myself, what's the main point here? What evidence? You know,
Yeah.
How does this connect? And it clicked.
Oh, wow. That's metacognition in action.
Yeah.
All right, buckle up. We're about to tackle genres, structures, all those, sometimes intimidating literary terms.
We can break it down. Don't worry.
Let's start with genres. We've got poetry, prose, drama, each with its own, unique flavor.
Exactly. Poetry, it's rhythm, imagery, that concise language.
Okay.
Prose.
Yeah.
Your fiction, nonfiction, novels, short stories, essays. And then there's drama, where stories come to life on the stage.
Dialogue.
Yeah.
Action.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm with you so far. But what about the structure of a story?
Think of it like building a house, you know? You need a solid foundation, a blueprint. Same with stories.
Understanding those elements.
Mm.
Setting, characters, plot, theme.
Yeah.
It helps them see how it fits.
Oh, I like that. To illustrate this, let's take like a classic children's story.
Okay.
The Three Little Pigs.
All right.
Setting.
Yeah.
Three little pigs building their homes. Characters, well, the pigs. And that big bad wolf.
Yeah.
And the plot. The wolf trying to, blow those houses down.
Right.
The theme. Hard work and a little bit of planning goes a long way.
Perfectly illustrated. Even complex stories get easier when you break them down.
Yeah.
When they get those building blocks, they're better equipped to analyze, interpret any text.
Okay. Speaking of making text come alive, let's sprinkle in some figurative language.
Right.
Those figures of speech that really make writing sparkle. I love a good simile or metaphor.
Similes with their or as comparisons.
Oh.
Paint vivid pictures.
And metaphors.
Yeah.
Where you directly compare. Add layers of meaning.
Yeah.
Evoke those strong emotions. Think about how much richer a description becomes.
Right.
Right. When you say someone is as brave as a lion.
Absolutely.
Or their laughter is music to your ears.
It's true. Those figurative language devices, they're like hidden treasures, just waiting to be discovered. And speaking of discoveries, I have a challenge for our listeners.
Okay.
See if you can spot any similes or metaphors in your favorite book or song.
I love that challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, and last but not least for this part of our deep dive, let's talk assessment.
All right.
I know it can sometimes feel like a chore, but
it doesn't have to be. What if we reframed it as a valuable tool to understand how much progress learners are making and tailor instruction
to their needs?
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So it's not about like slapping a grade. It's about gathering information
right
that can help us become better teachers.
Exactly. Think of assessments like a compass, guiding you to the best teaching methods. Oh, okay. For each thing.
The guide specifically mentions running records
Yeah.
as a helpful way to kind of get a snapshot of a student's reading skills. Seems like it emphasizes moving away from assessment as judgment
Yeah.
and embracing it as a tool for growth.
It's a shift.
Yeah.
And recognizing that each learner, they're on their own path. Assessments can help us create that route, right? Challenging, but supportive.
This first part of our deep dive has been amazing. We've already covered so much.
We have.
Active listening, questioning strategies, the power of collaboration, building background knowledge, understanding genres,
That's a lot.
unlocking the magic of figurative language. We even reframed our thinking about assessment.
It's true.
But hold on tight. We have so much more to explore,
We do. We'll be back in a flash for part 2.
where we'll continue to uncover those golden nuggets of insight to help you level up your teaching and your own learning journey.
Absolutely.
That concludes this free lesson. Click the link in the description to get access to this full lesson and all of the study materials you need to pass in one place.